Okay, this is an interesting commentary to do. Not, yeah. With me is,
This is one of those we didn't want to do it, but we had to.
well, not so
Yeah.
much had to, but it's the idea I had coming back from the gym. In any case, this is not for the Sonic the Hedgehog people, this is for the Legacy of Kain people, and this is a commentary on sort of Mama Robotnik's exposed things of Dead Sun. Now, I'm going to have to put this right out here. I don't like this concept, Yuuki doesn't like this concept, and Kitsune certainly doesn't like this concept. So, be aware that absolutely no one here likes this concept. So just be... We're going to try to be fair, but please be aware. We despise this thing.
No, that's not quite accurate for me. I like it as a game. I don't like it as a Legacy of Kain game.
Yeah, there is that, but we'll get into this more as we go along. We've started up with the thing here, and then... Okay, we got some... Oh yes, his standard melodramatic opening. Right, so apparently Dead Sun here was set thousands of years after Raziel's whole thing in Soul Reaver, or something like that. So this is why the... Oh look, there's Raziel lying there.
Killed me.
Yeah, anyway.
He ate my soul.
Yeah,
Not die.
you did not die, you basically took over his body.
Trapped in my killer's body.
Uh,
Now he
how the
follows
hell
me
did that even happen?
A ghost that only I
And-
can
Shenanigans that ignore the timeline and lore.
Pretty much.
this world.
If this looks ever so slightly like the plot and premise of Shadow of Mordor, yes, it should.
Not real. This is your body.
Previously on, make it sound like a...
Kill me.
Oh look, there's the Soul Reaver's a dagger.
What you have done.
Mhm.
What do we have here?
And then there's also this lady, who's become ever so slightly famous.
Make it stop.
Yeah. The wanted out vampire hunter.
Who was shitty put in because one of the developers was a pervert.
Really?
Oh, he's talking to himself.
Wouldn't Dead Sun have been really weird if it turned out there was no second person in his body, he just went nuts?
Who knows?
That would make more sense, to be honest.
Hmm.
How is he not throwing up with that in his face?
I don't know, maybe his
Fresh.
wife didn't have big boobs. I don't know. In any case, right, now, as a concept, the idea of having two people share one body is a good idea. Obviously it got recycled in Shadows of Mordor, but
No coming back from
here, I don't know, it just doesn't work, especially with what they're about to do now.
It will dissolve every piece of my body.
Ah, the scene this is an affront to pretty much every Legacy of Kain fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I hate this scene. This is not a homage to Raziel. This is just an insulting rehash. He gets kicked off, thrown in the water, and then dissolves instantly to a skeleton.
A very cartoon skeleton.
I mean, come on, look at this. Mr. Bones, Mr. Bones. You almost look like,
Dim.
like you could just start dancing at this point.
Welcome to life.
I think that might actually make it better.
He just started tap dancing, going, hello, my baby, hello, my honey, and started spinning a cane and a top hat around.
Yeah.
That
You
would-
know what kind of what also pissed me off about this game?
What?
Everything?
The fact that one of the hunters has a boob out.
Yeah, believe me, that pisses... Now, one thing I will say that I do like is that the sort of underwater aquatic idea they had for the Spectral Realm, which was sort of hinted at in Defiance, but not very much.
Yeah, it's
know,
very pretty. Gotta give him that.
I have
Unfortunately...
to admit,
To be consumed by
keep going.
No, you say.
I have to admit that the underwater aspects for the spectrum round for this game is good.
Unfortunately,
But-
it's a bit visually inconsistent with the rest. It's the wrong colour, for one thing. Not to mention that it just doesn't seem to work the same way the Spectral Realm seemed to work in the other games. It's like they took the concept and then just made their own thing with it, to the point where, again, why even have the Legacy of Kain tagline on it?
Because it makes it more popular on my gird.
And I do like the idea of like floating things going around like this. It definitely just fill it out a bit.
Just stay away from
I mean, bloody hell, can you imagine what the Elder God would have looked like compared to these floating things?
Absolutely.
Of course, you'd have had to have like a new actor replace the voice for Tony J, considering he's now one with the Elder God. But
No, we've destroyed the wheel, haven't we?
not really. No, you just
No, the wheel doesn't get
The
destroyed.
wheel is an abstract thing. You can't really destroy that because the Elder God hasn't been destroyed. As for the game, like the wetlands apparently is some sort of hub world, at least from what I understood. And then you got History of Nosgoth. Now keep in mind that History of Nosgoth is not, I doubt is going to like really have anything like, yeah, you see this isn't like, there's Mobius and all that. No, this is really the History of Nosgoth after the actual Legacy of Kain.
weight of your muscles.
So it's very unlikely you would have seen anything from the original series, to the point where it's almost like, well, why have to tag? The occasional reference. Oh, and for those interested, you see that statue there of the woman clad in tentacles? Oh my. That's actually repurposed in Nosgoth on the main menu. It's in the fiery background if you look carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, quite a lot of stuff is. I'm actually glad of Nosgoth's existence now, because it reuses all of the
Assets.
all the assets from this game. So if they ever wanted to do an SP game, a proper one, they couldn't do Dead Song again because those aspects have been reused into Nosgoth. So they would have to start from scratch anyway. Now, weather effects like this. Oh, yeah, I like the weather effect. And I've got to say...
Yeah, I like it too.
If they had this in that weather effect in Nosgoth, where it could change depending on the battle, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And do we call him Gain or Ashar? No, Asher.
Sure.
I'm going to call him Gain. He sort of has like an amalgamation of the Sentinel and Reaver gameplay. Although he seems to have superior animations to both of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, they're sort of like...
He's a mix.
This can't be real.
You're seeing the residue of souls from the other world, echoes of their existence.
But this place is a ruin. It's been
this
Frozen time.
pardon us for any Skype noises that come up in this. We're using a bit of a imperfect recording software technique because of shenanigans. Yeah, now here's another one. This is completely inconsistent. Like, they're seeing the past and past souls and echoes in the spectral realm. Now that definitely never came up, so they're definitely pulling that out their ass. I don't know if it makes it a good addition, a bad addition, but it just rings wrong.
I kind of like seeing all the people walking around rather than just souls floating there going whoop, 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 up and down.
Well, if they made the souls look more like humans and then tried to run away from you... Oh, now, here's the thing. This thing is moving in the spectral realm. And it affects you as you move across it. No. No, sir. That is most definitely... That is a definite rule breaker for the Legacy of Kain. Oh no, actually, no, I take it back. It's only moving in the spectral realm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of legit. Sort of.
It still rubs me the wrong way.
It shouldn't move that much.
Oh god,
but
this conversation.
does shit. Oh god, no,
Oh
please.
boy.
Yeah, this conversation. This just...
The tits back!
Not only that, but it's a conversation about screwing.
Perhaps his wife was doing a vampire.
One tit. Yep, that is what I'm calling that woman. One tit.
You know what? I like that name. She might have an actual name. Hang on, is she like an alchemist?
I think
No.
I think that's what they based the alchemist skin off of, but obviously they had to cover up the boobs.
Yeah.
She looks like she's in her 70s though.
Oh no,
if you
she's not
see the
that
wrinkles,
old. No.
if you see the wrinkles though.
Yeah, she has wrinkles, so I would put her at... I don't know, what would I put her in? Sort of... Yeah, like I said, he does have superior animations to the Reaver, but I would like to do some of this with him, but obviously you can't on a multiplayer game.
No.
I don't think that she's that much related to the Alchemist, because in this they had her do the bow.
Yeah.
This would have been related to more of the Scout.
Yeah. Ooh. I do like some of the combos. Now keep in mind, we're praising this game. We still don't think it's a very good Legacy of Kain edition.
No.
We don't think it deserves the name Legacy of Kain.
No, not even slightly.
Please God, no.
No.
Not with
Now that doesn't
everything.
mean that. I mean,
Absolutely.
I would love to see this gameplay redone with actual Legacy of Kain elements to it, instead of just like rehashing everything. I mean, I just spent a year doing lore videos for the
Oh look,
Legacy
it's
of
the
Kain
base
series.
for the Vanguard.
Really?
Yeah, I guess one of them do have a representation of the Vanguard because of the
In
big
fact,
axe.
that's the Impaler Axe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That
it is! It's the
that's
Impaler
indeed.
Axe!
Mhm.
It is the actual weapon! Bloody hell! I mean, they're not reusing those crossbows, but it is the same axe.
I kind of enjoyed that girl getting her head turned to the side.
In fact, hasn't that girl had her... Oh, there's more than one. I was about to
There's
say,
more than one.
it's like, haven't we
Yeah,
killed her at least 3
more
times now?
unwanted.
Yeah, these humans are really stubborn about not
Yeah,
dying.
I've crushed your head like 5 times already. Oh, no, this part.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. Hang on. Let him hear.
I did the bitch.
Oosh.
The others.
Right, that phrase, I did the bitch. At that point, I'm like, yep, abandon all pretense. This is not the Legacy of Kain. I don't know
No,
what it
it's
is.
Vampire and Legacy of Kain should ever say that phrase.
This is a vampire-related game, probably inspired by the Legacy of Kain, but it is not the Legacy of Kain, and I am glad it got cancelled. But anyway, we're kind of on that high horse.
If you can't tell, this has been subject to many arguments between us already.
Yeah, ever since this footage came out, each one of us has ranted in one way or another, especially me. So yeah, I'll admit it. We're biased. We're going to say this right out here. We do not like this thing.
You ranted, I screamed heavily.
The thing is, when I wanted to do this commentary, I wanted to have myself, people who didn't like it, people who did, and then I realised, oh wait, I don't actually know anyone who does like it. I couldn't find anyone among my Legacy of Kain related friends who actually liked this game. Or at least had that much positive to say about it. So we're kind of making up what we can. Morph kills. Oh, and this. Suck souls out by running around. Ugh. Raziel at least had to draw down his cowl. I'm sorry, it just...
Vampires drink blood. I
eat
souls.
And
Does
apparently
he have much?
He can do this. You know, I'm somewhat curious what these Saradin would have turned out to be. It seems they seem to have like mutagenic properties, to the point where I begin to think they aren't natural vampires. They must have been like artificially created by someone else. So, you know, this isn't like a case of vampiric evolution. This is going to be like someone meddling with it to create a new subspecies or something. That I would have gone, yeah, that would have been better than like evolving from current vampires, or worse still, like somehow Raziel gave birth to a race.
And I'm going to say this: they have literal not only did they got this a bit from Legacy of Kain, but you can also see from, since you guys saw that morph kill thing, there was a bit of prototype in there.
Oh yeah, I hadn't considered that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it?
There are holes.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That
I
is-
like the parkour system that he has, where he kind of goes on all fours for it. I mean, they've definitely and it's like that Spider-Man crawling. I do like that, even though he still seems to be stuck here. Oh dear, defeated you.
I don't- Another problem that we pointed out, the constantly being able to shift thing, it kind of cheapens the whole having to gather matter and form yourself a body.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Raziel would have had the ability to, would have gained the ability to sort of like do it at will in like the thing of Soul Reaver, well, like the uncut Soul Reaver, but
Where now?
no, that still doesn't work.
Yeah.
We can follow it to Barachet.
What's in Varichet?
Weather effects move. I mean, yeah, there are things about this game I like the environment, the weather effects, the animations on Gain. And some of his gameplay is pretty nice. However, there are just it just doesn't do enough. It really wanted to be its own thing. It's very clearly that. I'm sorry. This is just
Again,
not.
we're saying this is not Legacy of Kain.
It is.
I mean, the graphics really does work for Legacy of Kain, but the gameplay, not all the gameplay deserves to be Legacy of Kain.
I mean,
No.
if this had just been like a regular vampire, I mean, if they just say, okay, this is a vampire, he has to drink blood and all that, and kept the animations, but got rid of some of the shifting and some of the more ridiculous elements, I would have gone, yeah. I mean, they've got some of the elements here, like you can't move certain things in the physical world and some things in the spectral world and things like that. I mean, that's very Raziel too, but it's not done well. It's the morphing effect is all over the place. It's just implemented in a way where it's very clear that this is something that was inspired by it rather than being the actual thing.
Well, yeah, they used a crappy fan timeline for stuff.
Oh yeah, for those of you not in the know, the Dead Zone production team were, when they were coming up with the lore for this game, using a timeline for the Legacy of Kain which was not only out of date but inaccurate.
It didn't take into account the 4 different timelines that exist in Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, it was horribly inaccurate. They were really working with incomplete information. So that really does show you how much why this game doesn't actually work in the context of Legacy of Kain, because essentially they just weren't doing it very well. They didn't do enough research. That, and I did hear from like several people, although I don't know how accurate this is, so I'm going to say
It's a theory.
it's a theory. I've heard from several people and seen it quoted several times that the one of the big producers of this game thought that Soul Reaver was silly, that they didn't like the original series that much, which is why they're kind of doing their own thing here, and that they were deliberately deceiving Square Enix with how oh yeah, the wings, with so that they could do their own thing. Now I don't know how accurate. Oh yeah.
Yes, is that you?
Well, his wings shrunken like that. He kind of looks like the Vampire Lord model from Dawnguard.
Mm.
Now, this is what I mean by it has like the Sentinel mechanics as well, but again, these are much improved animations compared to the Nosgoth ones. The point where I begin to think, look, if you stole the assets, can't you at least steal some of the gameplay animations as well?
Yeah, I suppose they have to sort of dumb down some of the animations so that they can make it more accessible for people.
Yeah, because these kind of animations are a bit overkill when compared to fighting actual people, because this is a single player yeah, but
If you four Sentinels soaring around doing that sort of thing, the game would lag like hell.
that would be completely unplayable for the other team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is the Vanguard. Look, axe and shield.
Yep, that is indeed the Vanguard.
And it is the same axe. Oh, he's dead.
That looks like it's the War Axe this time.
He got better.
He got. Oh yes, because he's rehashing Raziel. Oh, and we have zombies in the spectral realm.
I suppose they're this game's version of Wraiths or Slewer?
If they're meant to be the Slewer, that's an instant fail, and if they're meant to be Wraiths, that's even worse. So, yeah, I'm just gonna think that these things are just, I don't know. I don't know what they are, but they're not the Sluar and they're not the Wraiths. But we call them spectral zombies, just for the lack of another name.
Apparently, killing the skeletons is the only way you can even get back to the other realm.
Seems a bit daft. Then again, especially you have to be at full health like in Soul Reaver. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to be at full health.
And how many times are you going to repeat the same animation of ripping out the guy's spine? He killed them all with the same animation of spine rip.
Well, that one the other one, he just showed that you can do the lungs, like ripcord rip out.
There was a cut there. I do like the mechanic of his body gets like covered in blood the more he fights. That is good. And you'd expect that kind of thing.
I like it happening in the spectral realm.
Actually, yeah, that doesn't. Well, obviously, I'm going to assume that if this game had made it to opening, they would have fixed that. But yeah, it's a good mechanic. Like I said, this game does have good ideas that should be in a Legacy of Kain game. It's just the overall product which falls flat. What the hell?
Yeah, oh, looks like he climbed the wall and broke the shield. Really?
Yep.
I mean,
Welcome to OP Vampireville, people.
I think the thing for this was that you could see where enemies were in one realm when they were in another, so that you could ambush them or something like that. But again, the Spectral realm doesn't work that way, so yeah, you're pulling that out your ass.
Hello, Kitty.
Does the cat the cat come to
apparently
commentary?
you can bring like.
No, she's just attempting to eat my cardboard. It's all good.
Carry on, cat. Carry on. Oh yeah, these
apparently
bridges here were to his left were reused in Valeholm. As for these buildings, were they reused in Valeholm as well? Might be. I don't know. I know those bridges over there were, and some of the trees. Go for the bitch. Go do the bitch. Do the bitch.
No, let's not do the bitch. I refuse to believe that any self-respecting vampire of the Legacy of Kain series would say that.
Oh,
I don't think anyone in Nosgoth would say that. No one in Nosgoth really acts that way. It's or like talks that way. It's very much. I mean, Nosgoth has the human classes saying the F word more than once, but it's like they're common grunts. They might say that, even though I don't think any enemy actually did say stuff like that.
The hunter does.
Well, the hunter does in what the hell? Oh, well, here's your alchemist. That's definitely the alchemist.
There it is. That's the alchemist.
Yeah, that is most definitely
more than
the
likely.
alchemist. So you could see how like the enemies were for like the multiplayer version of this game were redone into Nosgoth.
So basically, we got Wanted, who is acting like a scout. We got the Vanguard, who is pretty much Vanguard, and then we got the Alchemist, who was a male, but then they changed it into a female.
You are going to really go with that name, aren't you?
Yes, for as long as she remains to have one tit out.
Right, is this what we're going to call her on the wiki? We can get.
You think they're going to put this piece of crap on the wiki?
Yeah, having talked to both of them now, I doubt they would have wanted to. But yeah, I can't really speak for them, so I'm not going to. I just don't imagine they will.
They probably won't do it, but
no. Well, first of all, they don't have to, other than a cancelled game slot. But anyway, as for the game.
That your possessed vampire dude who's currently human is like a fucking stalker, isn't he? He's like a stalker. He just follows you around everywhere and reappears in the spectral realm. It's like, dude, stop being such a creep.
I heard someone say that the people who worked on Dead Sun then went to work on Shadow of Mordor and kind of took this basic concept with them. I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, that was another thing I was gonna say. Not only that it had like prototype in it, but it also has Shadow of Mordor in it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that the developers were the same ones and then reused the concept. I mean,
Yeah.
is that true? I don't know.
I believe it is.
Whoa! Suddenly it's all red. What the hell? Oh. Oh, debug mode. Right. Okay. Yeah, we are
Oh
looking
my,
at a... Yeah,
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
we are looking at a debug.
My eyes.
We are looking at the YouTube footage that Mama Robotnik found, so obviously this is like alpha version and all that. Gameplay for alpha version is pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, it's good combat. It's a little God of War, but it's a lot more acrobatic. I mean, you can jump off walls and things like this. It makes it more of a flow. But again, you should have... If they just redone this concept so that it wasn't so asinine, and they didn't try a stupid reboot. Well, it's not so much a reboot as a next generation type thing. But it's
They
still...
tried to do a sequel and did it badly.
Yeah, they built a great vehicle and then drove it down shit road. If that makes any sense. Actually, how many times during this commentary were we just going to say it's a good game, but they fucked up? Because I think we said it in like so many different ways now, and people are probably going to get sick of it. So anyway, let's concentrate on what we actually see. Well, you've got like people.
Oh, that who's been impaled.
Oh, here we go. We've got the zombies.
And yeah.
Oh, look! They've got, like... Oh, no, I was about to say they've got vampire claws and feet, and then I realised, oh, no, wait, they have 3 toes. So, no, never mind. I was going to be like, oh, no,
No.
these are souls of dead vampires. No. I'm not even sure what he's doing
No.
here. Are they... Now... Having, like, people chained up like that is kind of a bit like those people you occasionally saw in, like, in the Blood Omen games.
Isn't this the
Help
time
me, kind sir!
Oh gosh.
Remember them?
No.
Yeah.
Then again, it's not like Guy is constantly going,
They Victus every 5 seconds.
Vey Victus! Yeah, I tried to play it on an emulator and it nearly drove me mental.
I'm avoiding that for the simple reason of I do not want to hear that phrase every 5 seconds.
Farkas, Vampire Infiltrator. I mean, from the plot of this, it's kind of like I had to make it look like a bloodbath so that no one knew you were the target. It's the Legacy of Kain universe. I doubt anyone gives us a shit.
Yes, I mean, no one's probably going to care about this
nobody.
one villager dude.
Not really. I
Says
mean,
that he has magical sperm so that he can get apparently sterile women pregnant.
Sure, it was a funeral and not a sacrifice.
oh yeah, and they're sacrificing a baby or something like that. I don't know. They're sacrificing something. This is supposed to be like part of that sun worship thing they were doing here. I'm not quite sure they were going with it. I mean, was the Elder God posing as the sun?
Isn't this like the tower that is in Baleholm?
No, this isn't in Valeholm. No, this pieces of this were used in Valeholm, but I don't think so.
This particular tower wasn't, I don't think.
No, the central one, the one that everyone likes to get on top of and jump off of, was reused. Keep your typing down.
I'm just talking to Luz.
No, I'm not quite sure what they were doing here with these. I do want to know what the Saradin thing was. I mean, my theory of them being like artificially created vampires is more or less what I'm going for here. It's just a pity that you would have seen absolutely none of the actual cast of Legacy of Kain in this.
Shard and gifts.
Saradin glyphs. Wait, and you're supposed to follow it. Maybe it leads you somewhere. Quadred. Qudrin? I mean, Mobius doesn't get to turn up, he's dead. Well, actually, not even Kain would have turned up in this. I mean, when you have when you've got like cutscenes done and probably an entire plot, and you haven't contacted Simon Templeman, yeah, that's pretty much an indication that Kane would not have shown up in any capacity.
No.
No. Besides, no, well, we already know why. Yeah, it's pretty clear to me that Kane is gone. He's not around. So, yeah, that's the main sin that Dead Sun does for me. It gets rid of Kane himself. To the point where this game would have meant an end to Kane. He isn't coming back. That's like, yeah, I'm not willing to accept anything if that's the price.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a case of Star Trek can't continue because Captain Kirk isn't around either. No, this is like the character's the main guy of the franchise. It's like trying to do Sonic the Hedgehog without Sonic. It just wouldn't work. Oh, no, sorry. Trying to do Sonic the Hedgehog by killing off Sonic.
We know. Yep. We're looking at you, Sonic 06.
That wasn't really a...
Those zombies do appear to only have 2 toes on their feet.
No, they had 3 by what I saw.
Eh.
It looked like 2, honestly.
I saw 3. They had the classical 3 fingers, but they seemed to have 3 toes as well, at least from what I saw.
Maybe evolving fledglings?
Maybe.
No, probably not.
Well, first of all, we don't know that much about... Oh, suddenly instant clean.
Yep.
One of his powers is blood removal. Or maybe he just absorbs it through his skin.
I don't know.
It's an easy way to feed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? Instead of trying to pronounce either Gain or Asher, why don't we just call this guy Raziel with trousers?
Because that's an affront to Raziel.
Actually, it kind of is.
Yeah.
So we call him... well... How about we just call him Wannabe Raziel? Was that still an affront to Raziel?
I'd rather that we just call him some dude who wants to be Raziel.
Oh, we can
that's
just
it. That's the
like
end of the
I'm
video.
still not sure who's named what now.
That's the end of the video. We're done.